Hello, my name is Ben Straw. I'm here representing Karl Storz, and today I'm going to show you the basic setup of a TPX unit, both with video probes and with cameras attached to rigid probes. The first thing to do is to open the case. There's two latches either side. Lift back the lid and press the screen down slightly. The latch comes across and allow the keyboard and the monitor to come into view. Flip back the cover from the monitor, just lift the keyboard and allow that to latch into place. Then the next thing you need to do is to plug it in. The first thing to do is to connect the video probe. You do this by attaching both connections. The first one, you can see here marked up, goes towards the back. It's pokey-okey, so it fits quite snugly in there. The second thing to plug in is the light source. You just insert that gently into there. The next thing to do, now everything's connected up, is to turn the system on. You do this by turning on first the base unit here, and secondly by turning on the monitor here. It's also important to note that the light source has an independent on-off switch just slightly above the system on-off switch. So we first have to wait a few moments for the system to boot up. When the system has booted up, as you'd expect an old PC to boot up, you'll see this screen. The first thing to do is to set up the kind of project you would like to be working in. You do this by scrolling across to New Project, double click on this, and again at this point you can name whatever project name you'd like to input. In this case we'll put in test using the keyboard. So now every image that I'm now going to store is now going to be stored within that file. Again, because it's a Windows based system, it's how you'd expect. If you want to then go back and take those images out, they'll be in that folder. Video scope handling best practices, just a few tips and hints to avoid any unnecessary damage. The first temptation is when you open this case is to go for the man-machine interface and start twisting. That's not a good idea, simply because when it's in the case it's actually retained, and what you'll end up doing is straining the mechanics inside. So please, before you actually start using it, ensure that the video scope's fully out of the case. At this stage we're ready to begin examining whatever it is you're looking to probe. What we've got in shot now is the man-machine interface, the hand unit, and this is the articulation end. The first thing to notice about the man-machine interface is the controls. There's a number of buttons on the top. The explanation of these depends on which particular mode you're in, but you can read about that in the manual, which will be included. There's two wheels here and also two locking mechanisms. L and R for left and right, U and D for up and down. So if you notice I steer left and right, the articulation here is direct. So you can actually steer the probe into whatever position you're looking to view from. Also, an important thing to note here is that there's two locking wheels. Before you begin to use these steering wheels, if you like, or articulation wheels, you need to make sure that they're both free and not locked. If you do actually lock the tip into one particular position, like I'm doing here, I'm holding this left, I'm turning the wheel so it's fully locked, you notice it's in that position. If I start to turn the wheel, I'll feel resistance. If I force it, I'll actually break it, which is obviously not something you're looking to do. Again, just recap, take off the lock and make sure that there's free movement. And again, the other locking wheel's here, so I'll move that down and lock that into a fixed position. Very important, make sure that it's free moving. The other thing to maybe note on here is the fact that there's a number of features. The main one I think that you guys will be using is button 1. This is the same as pressing image capture on the base unit.